You will be surprised. And of course, let's talk at the end. And I will have some valuable resources. And thanks to Emmanuel, or sorry, Amos? Martin, sorry. Thanks for Martin. I hope you managed to distribute the papers. And these papers that I shared with you has resources, very simple resources that you can know one or two things about AI. And also, at the back, you will find that there is a resource QR code. So if you like, you can put your phone there, you scan it, and it downloads that thing for you in your phone. So that I just brought the hard copy, but we have a soft copy. All right, so let's do the introduction. First of all, I'm so excited to talk about, with you today, about something that not is just shaping the future, but is shaping your future, whether you like it or not. Now, here we are talking about the career, right? And in some of the things that we see in our career is very simple. As you can see there, AI is an opportunity for everyone. So it doesn't matter what background you come from, it's for everyone. And in this particular conference, I might be gearing most of my thoughts towards the youth, the women, okay, and pretty much everybody or in a professional capacity. Now, what do I need to know AI, or actually to get a part of this future that is coming? Now, there are a few things. The good news is you don't need to be a computer expert like me or a coder like me so that you can understand AI. No. You don't really need that. You can be anything. The only three things that are needed from you in order to engage in this future is curiosity. You have to be curious. You ask questions. You have to be creative. Creativity. Some of you are very creative. You have ideas. You have to be, this is all what we need, or you need to be in that field, or actually to know something about AI. Willingness to learn. We have to keep our minds open. We don't want to shut ourselves. Keep your mind open so that you can begin to learn things. Learning things is the only way you can step forward. Now, I have to ask you, and I just want to see by your hands you raise up for me if you really know or you have used AI in any form before. Can I see by raise of hand? Anybody? You might not know that you're using it, but if you know, just raise your hand. All right. I see the number of hands. I would have loved to see a little bit more. That tells me there's a gap in the community. So let me give you an example. How many of you are using WhatsApp and have something called auto text? Auto text. On your WhatsApp, sometimes you type something, it text it for you. How did he know that you want to type this? You're dealing with AI. You just finished the spelling. You just finished, okay. All right, some of you came to Regina like myself. I don't know where this conference is. I have to go to Google Map. What do you think Google Map is? You have been dealing with AI, you don't know. You see? Now, some of the youth, there are things here, voice typing. Sometimes you speak and the computer types. What is happening? AI. Google Map. Those who are enjoying Netflix. Okay? Or TikTok, the young ones. Sometimes you do something on the internet, and then the next time you come out in the Netflix, They recommend the next movie for you. Because you love watching Indian movies, they bring a lot of Indian movies. You see? AI, knowing your behavior, is actually mimicking you. You see? So these are some of the things, they happen a lot. Now, those of you familiar with Instagram, you use filters. Sometimes تكون صورة زي تبع ولا تاني تبع أرنب تبع سنو تبع جيرو chicken. AI is here. AI is here. We cannot pretend. All right. So today is really not about why am I saying this? Because of one thing. I don't want you to fear AI. Don't fear AI. It's here with us. We need to jump on the wagon. And today I'm just going to give you a highlights and we will figure it together as we move forward. Now, this comes to the point that what is AI? It's an abbreviation, or sorry, a representation of an acronym for artificial intelligence. But what is it? Okay, so there's a lot of definitions, the scientific definition behind that, but I just want to keep it very short and very simple so all of us can understand. Computers learning to think, speak, or predict like humans. This is AI. Very simple. It's trying to mimic you. The way you think, the way you speak. I was talking about voice typing. And at least predict. Know your next move. You know, something for internet. Sometimes someone brought Facebook. It's a bit type, I get enough. And then the next thing, it's a Facebook tani. It's a guy in Zolli Gidas, Pizol Russell, let a haja. Girib Materiga, Altakan Haja Tagamul. It's mimicking your behavior online. That's why sometimes they say the moment you go online, your life is not private anymore. Yeah. So things happen. All right, so this is AI. Now, some of the examples I want to share, you better put the WhatsApp auto text. That is one of them. How many of you have heard about Siri and Alexa? Yeah. By show of hands, Siri and Alexa. Okay. How many people have Siri and Alexa in their home? Okay. Now, somebody raised a hand here, right? Who? You? Can you tell us what is Siri and Alexa?
Siri is and Alexa is a voice command. You tell it what you want, and then it will do exactly. For example, if I said, call Dr. John one, it'll pick up the phone and it'll start ringing.
All right. Siri, sometimes it's just a way of, let me say this. I personally, I have Alexa in the house. So Alexa is a small device. Yes. I wake up in the morning, I will ask Alexa, now we are living in Alberta. They say that if you don't like the weather in Alberta, wait another 5 minutes. So I wake up, I go to Alexa, what's the temperature today? I will ask. But you have to tell her, Alexa, what is the temperature today? Thank you, Dr. John. The temperature today is minus something. I advise you to put on suit, or sorry, a cover, if you plan to go out this time. It's talking to me. I will tell Alexa, for me, I don't have music in the house. I use Alexa. Alexa, play for me some African music. Then the whole music is coming out. Siri is actually more advanced than Alexa. It's an AI device. Siri can even go and ask you, walk in from work, if it's programmed, it will tell you, it will ask you, you look moody today, what's going on? This is Siri. So these things are real. They are happening. All right? So I'm just saying this, I don't want you to be afraid. Now, ChatGPT. This is very powerful. This is where you in your different fields, you really need to get on the wagon because it is helping a lot. It is very, very important. So, how is AI changing jobs? That's something that also we need to talk about a little bit. The short version of the answer to this is um, it's changing how we do our jobs. Okay, it's changing not only what we do but how we do our jobs. The how part. Okay, and then the reason I want to emphasize on this because keep this in mind: changing our jobs. How? Right? That's very important. So one of the things is, if you see there, AI, some people are saying AI is coming to take our jobs. No, it's how we do our jobs. It is doing the repetitive kind of job. That is what AI is taking. It's taking the repetitive type of jobs, the tedious one. That is why in many companies today, in those advanced companies a little bit, they do have robots to do some of this job because it's repetitive, right? It helps us to be faster and smarter. And we will talk about that later. It is not replacing the people. It's augmenting their abilities, all right? It's basically helping you to be or to be productive in what you do. Okay. All right. Now, this is the part I want to, let's bust some myth here. Let's talk about what AI can do. The myth, AI will take all our jobs. Nas ketir kikil mzire, ya jamaa AI jai shila bitat, jai shila job. Okay? Even the white people are afraid. That's why I say don't be afraid. AI changes tasks, not people. Now, what do I mean by that? Today, in your workplace, if you don't have the knowledge of AI, somebody with the knowledge of AI will replace you. That is what is meant by taking our jobs. That's why you need to know. It is actually AI changes the task, not the people. Now, you don't have to be a computer developer like me. No, that's what I was saying earlier. You don't need to be a coder. Okay? You just need to be aware. AI aware, we call it. All right? Because it's very important that you have that level of awareness. Now, one of the things is, in order to be aware, you should have a little bit of digital competence too. That means these basic things we have with our computer, our internet, these basic things, how you can find your way, navigate. This is all you need. You don't need to be an expert. I see a lot of parents in their houses. Kan haja kasaro show we would eat the kunto le jana, the talam television, tal put lana. You will be expendable one day. You will never be connected. And it doesn't take you to be an expert. No, do it yourself. Learn. Curiosity. Open-minded. Learn. Kita boleh bicara dia apa? Go into program betul, into mustaqbal betul. You cannot rely so much on that. Now, is it too late to start? This is the good news. It is not too late. Even though AI is here, don't say that no, I cannot. No, you can. It's not too late. You see? So that's very important. Now, how AI helps in jobs. Now, all these areas, smart assistant, e-commerce, autonomous vehicles, they are now cars that are being driven by AI. Educational tools, very important for teachers here, for people who actually provide this kind of service. Financial insights. Now the whole bank is AI. argument in some form. So it's very, very important. Say, for example, teachers. Today, in our time, the teachers, you go to school, they finish the exam, they take the paper home, they grade it manually. Right? Now AI is doing that. Faster and smarter. You see? So this is very important. Shop owners, people of design, Moses, I think you touched areas on that area. Today, AI, and like I say, you don't need to have the knowledge of a designer. You just need to know how to move around. You want to do an ad, an advertisement. You just go to AI, say AI announce, boom, you're there. You really don't need to hire somebody to pay. You see? Now, job seekers. Most of you know in this country you have to write resume if you want to go for a job. How many of you have been struggling with resume? Sometimes you give it to somebody to help you by hands. I'm one of them. How many of you have a job you want to apply for social work, for example? You're struggling. How can you put the resume so it attracts the interview? Some of you are going to customer services. There are different titles. Oh, how can I write jobs resume for all of them? It's too much. AI is now doing that. Very easy. All right, next. Careers. Again, I'm coming back to careers here. Now, so where are the opportunities? Creators and influencers, okay? They use AI to write, draw, and animate. I will show you an example at the end. Customer support, admin, how you manage your tasks, the repetitive tasks. For example, some of you are working as team leads in the group home kind of thing. You write reports, you do planning, you do scheduling. AI can do that very fast now. So you need to know in different areas. The mixed passion about AI. One of the things I will tell you a story. You can have a passion for AI even in fashion design, even in food. And I'm telling you this story, the food. In my house, visitors from Sudan were coming to visit me. By then, my wife traveled, and I need to cook. At least, Sudan. The one that came into my mind is Mulabamia. Most of you know Mulabamia, yeah. But I don't know how to do it. So I went to ChatGPT AI. I told ChatGPT, I will show you the thing that I did. And I was Mulabamia, and I can test. Put a spice. I was standing there. And then I started ingredients and pick it. So I wanted that. So when I cut it by the oh, listen, I just cool what I can do in a short place. Then I start buying all these things. Okay, of course, I didn't tell me how to cook. No. Obviously, we're not about Mulishuru. That's why I got the list. And now I went to YouTube Burger and then I got Mulishuru. But now I have the ingredients. You see, it was very helpful because I didn't know. All right. So that's the passion that I'm talking about. Skills that matter in this AI age. You will actually be surprised I list this. Now, you go to the course, study computer. No. Or you do some things that you become a tech guy. So some of us in the field are like, is it true? No. All you need to be in this AI information age, learnability. You have to have the spirit to learn, the ability to learn. Communication. You have to be clear when you're talking or communicating and collaborating with people. Creativity, ideas, digital confidence. Tools like ChatGPT and all this. So these are the things you really need as a skill in this area so you can survive. You see? Now, how can I get started? Some of you know I've been talking a lot about ChatGPT. So people will ask, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is kind of a module designed, all right, to allow you to help you and prepare stuff as long as you give the right question, the right question you're asking. Like, for example, I want to come to Royal Hotel. How do I get there? This is a question for ChatGPT. Then it will lay out the direction for you. So that's why ChatGPT is very important. Canva. People who draw, I think Moses, you may know that, right? People, you draw a lot of animations and all this. AI is now doing that to some extent. LinkedIn is a professional platform where you can also utilize. I learned how to do, even though I was doing computer, I learned how to do Excel through LinkedIn. You see, Excel, Excel, the typing, Gurush, I get it. So I learned it through that, LinkedIn. YouTube, there's a lot of tutorials. Now everything is available. You don't even have to pay. The good news is these things don't need money. It just needs your time. Nothing else. And maybe internet. Now, this is where I come in to encourage. Start small. Don't kill yourself. Start small. Choose one tool and learn the ChatGPT. Right? Create a simple project. Say, for example, some of you are team. I use the example of scheduling team in group homes. You do scheduling. It's a very small project. Business plan. Some of you want to do business plan. Start there. And of course, there are a lot of communities forums around. You can join, and also it helps. So the only thing is, and that I put it bold down there, you don't have to be the smartest. You don't. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. All right. Who need we need a diverse voice when it comes to AI, and that is where the women come in, the young ones come in, and everybody. Because AI is not for the expert, for a certain group. No. In order to make it effective, everybody's voice needs to be in there. And that's why AI should work for everyone. And that means you. You need to start to be on the table of AI. Otherwise, you will be left behind. Now, for the youth and also the women, you belong into the future. Don't cut yourself out. Don't say, this is not for me anymore. No, you still belong to the future. Don't fear AI. Learn it. Don't wait to be perfect. Just start. AI is a tool. You are the creator. And this is very important, I want to emphasize. Don't ever think AI will outsmart human being. No, it will never. Because human being is the one that is actually programming for his purpose in order to do things in a smart way and efficient. So don't think that AI will replace you. No, it will not. The future isn't for the smartest, it's for the more adaptable. And what do I mean by this? This learning ability is very important. All right, so I've come to almost to the last part of my presentation. Some of you have seen the papers. This is AI beginner friendly learning platform. Very easy. You don't need the knowledge, you just can read. There are things to do with, Google AI. There are books and guides online. There are podcasts and videos, all right? And there are things like ChatGPT where there's hands-on. So with this, I'm going to leave you with this question. First of all, before you answer this question, or I just ask you, my contact is right there. My email, my phone number. If you want to connect with me also on LinkedIn, that is my location. And I really want to thank you for being patient, listening up to now. But now this leads me to the question I put forward. What's one way that you like to use AI in your life or career? What is that one thing that has an AI bound later? How does it come with AI for? Anything. There's nothing specific. It's just a general question. Anybody has an idea? Now you have heard a little bit of AI. What exactly do you want it to do? Where do you want to use it? Oh, thank you. You can stand up so people can see.
I'd love to see that this AI help us, or myself particularly, in the field of business, because for us in Sudan or South Sudan, we are business-minded people, but we are sympathizers in our business. So with AI, if it is there to help and create for us that particular business form or platform, then I think we will succeed more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama. See, in business, that is one area she's looking for. Anybody else? All right, let's go with the young one here, and then I will come to you.
So I guess AI in my career would probably go towards the codes and standards that I'd have to like look at. So they're like very long documents that you're gonna read through them. It's gonna take quite a while. So AI summarizing it would be very helpful. So then it reduces all the time that I would need to go through an entire document like the National Building Code or things of that nature.
So he's talking about AI summarizing things. You see, that's another area. Very important because you don't want to waste time through all this. So let's hear also from.
Mine is just simple. I want AI just to financial position to advise me how I can use my money wisely. But I cannot.
I think everybody will agree with this. We really need to use our money properly. It's very practical. ChatGPT can do that. It can help you finalize. And again, I just put my name there. In case you want further consultation, reach out to me. I can give you some guidelines. I may not be expert in your field. Some of you have different fields here. But I will give you the guidelines, and trust me, you will just run with it. All right, anybody else? Yes.
I usually write a lot, so if I use AI to brainstorm, come up with ideas, it really helps whenever I write stuff.
Somebody who is a writer, you need ideas. Please go to ChatGPT. Just put anything there. ChatGPT will try the best. Now, anybody else before? Because I really want to hear. It's very important. How are you thinking in the direction? Because I say creativity, curiosity, willingness to learn. It's not about computer terminology. Yes.
I would like AI to check on my health status. I say I'm paid like this. How long I can get this thing?
You see, creativity. Creativity, thinking. Now, some of you are athletics or they do exercise. There is an app for tracking health. How your head right? I do have that. Sometimes it scares me, but anyway.
Thank you, Dr. Bernard. That is a very important topic that you brought. It is educating. That's why we need to have a conference like this so that we learn new things that help us in life. Mine is a question to all especially the youth who are still in school, you know, professors, instructors, know, you know, things like ChatGPT. So don't use it like as a blanket and to submit your documents. You're gonna fail. So this young gentleman there, so use it as a guide to brainstorm and then write in your own way. Especially you guys, there are some people who stereotype you people as. So you submit it immediately, especially if they have evidence, they give you a video and then you review the idea for good. So be cautious on how to use it. I'm talking it from the other side because I'm also marking other students, not only you, but we discuss those things. And this is just a question.
Thank you very much, William. Great point. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. John. As you said, you have AI in your house, reminds you about the weather, what to dress, and so forth. We'd like to have AI to remind us about our actions as Equatorians and South Sudanese. Tribalism, segregations, all the bad things, to sing in our minds that is bad all the morning. Okay, getting out, remember, tribalism is not good. You're going to work, remember, unity, work together, love each other, progress. We need to remind us all the time so that we act rightly. Thank you.
Wonderful. This is very practical and relevant at the same time. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
The moderators keep time, please, because I may be losing a little bit.
Mine is this, because I'm a financial advisor and living in Canada, we have issues in the community. I aim to remind my community members every morning, do you have life insurance? If you don't have, you better have it before you step outside, because you never know. Life is unpredictable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm really impressed, by the way. Honestly, I didn't thought about these things. You see, everybody who shares from business, from summary, from writing, and thanks to Brother William, who actually point out another topic, and hopefully if we have conference, I can talk about that, right? Because to everything in this world is advantage and disadvantage, right? But the moment you go online, I say earlier, your life is not private anymore. So watch what you put online, and also from a teacher's perspective, like William said, they are grading you. And today there is actually AI of AI. What do I mean by that? You generate your content using AI, the teachers will check it out. There's another software, also is an AI, will say, hey, this guy brought it from ChatGPT, or this is an AI generated content. You see? So you have to, those for you who are students, when you write your essays, yes, you can use ChatGPT cautiously, but at the same time, inject your human ideas into that and make it as human as possible. We will talk about that sometime later. See? And thank you for the finance part. You see, the insurance part. This is a hard topic. Can we have a remind it every time I will program it in AI and reminds you like crazy. So that you do it. Like the board of chairs said, message to all Equatorians, maybe you program something like that to remind them about the unity, let's move ahead. So you see there is ample explosion of possibilities that you can use AI for. Please don't be afraid. My point is, don't be afraid. Be curious, creative, and so on. So with that being said, I want to show you one demonstration before I close. I hope I do have internet here. There's internet? Okay. So I have some, you see, this is ChatGPT. right? There is a free version online, but there's also a paid version. Okay, so this is a free one. You can learn with it. It's not very difficult. You just have to have an email and you sign in. Now, what are the things I can do on ChatGPT? I prepare this so that I can demonstrate just little, not everything. Let me just go here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my sister. She said that she wants to do a business plan. How do I do a business plan? You can ask ChatGPT that question. You say, the third one there. In ChatGPT, when you're asking, we call it prompt. In the terminology, it's called prompt. Means question. You are questioning ChatGPT. So what is the question? This is the question. Create a full business plan for my mobile coffee cart business. So this is a person who is doing a business of coffee. And the business is called Brew and Go. It will operate in downtown Regina and serve artisan coffee, tea, pastries to commuters and office workers. You see, somebody's writing this to ChatGPT, and he wants ChatGPT to give him the business plan. Include executive summary, because when you're doing a business plan, you put some summary there. Business description, target market analysis, competitors. Now, these are not computer things. These are different people in the business areas. You have a way of writing your plan. So you don't want to sit down all the day and do that. So what do? I take this. Hopefully I can copy it without any issues. And then I go to ChatGPT. And then I type it here. You see? Exactly like I read it. And let's see what ChatGPT will do. Because you're asking for a business plan. And you give all these things, you describe it. So let's see what ChatGPT will do. So when you come here, you click that arrow to tell ChatGPT to give you the business plan. Now ChatGPT is writing, you see? It's writing a lot of things of how you need to do a business plan. Use my both hands, yes. Yeah. So you see, it started by saying, here's a full business plan for Brew and Go. And then it gave you the executive summary because you asked for it. The business name, Brew and Go, business type, mobile code. Well, it's listing down the plan, right? And then it goes and gives you the business description, target market analysis. You see, the psychographics behind that, the competitors, the advantage, market and sales strategy, and an operational plan, everything. And then at the end, it says, would you like me to generate a one-page summary or presentation version of this plan? I'm done. How much time did it take me to do that? Maybe 30 seconds? Because I was copying and pasting, even maybe less than that. I was talking about fast, efficient. Now you have the business plan. You don't have to go anywhere. Now you just have to go through it and make sure you enhance it. Now, another one. I am working in a social worker. All right? And I'm picking this one here. Now I'm a social worker, group home. I talk about resume. You want to write a resume? Okay. It's very difficult. It will take me time to write a resume for a group home social worker, for a teacher, for an engineer in a specific field, myself in software development. So these are all customized resumes. Now, what do? I say, okay, since this is what I want, I will go to ChatGPT I just need a resume. The same thing, I type it here. I type exactly. So what did I say? I say, create a resume for a social worker with 4 years of experience. You know, I'm talking about myself. 4 years experience working in a group home for at-risk youth. Okay, and then you put other things there you wanted to say, the behavioral things that the kind of daily living and all this. So those who are in that area, they know what to do to say. So this is just an example. And then what do? I say, ChatGPT, give me the resume. You see? Now he's saying your name, of course, the province, and blah, 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 is giving you a resume, the professional summary, the skills, the key acknowledgements that you have, your education background. It has actually prepared for you a template already. And then at the end, he will ask you, would you like this resume formatted in a Word or PDF document? It is ready. How much time did it take to do that? Few seconds. Some of you spend days to write the resume. Okay, so what do? I take this, is the skeleton, and I go out and I try to refine it. Because now the idea is there. So the heavy work has been done. Now you can customize it. One last example, and then I will close. This example, I use it, but I don't want to take more of the time. This is the example that I was talking to you about earlier. Let me see if I still have it. Yeah, this is the one that I wrote to ChatGPT when I invited this Mundukurat for better. You see? Because I need them to eat bamia, right? So I went and I typed to GPT this. I said, give me a step-by-step recipe to cook the best Sudanese okra, that is bamia. Okay? Steward. In bracket, I put the word even bamia. Using ingredients available in Canada, because I'm in Canada, right? I want it to taste authentic, like it is made in Sudan. You see, I'm telling ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT say, what the heck are you talking about, right? But anyway, use either fresh or frozen okra. Now, some of you, how did you know all these things? Well, my wife was giving me something sometime, all right? And include substitution for hard to find spices. I talked about spices earlier, or ingredients. Please list quantities, prep steps, and any cultural tips for cooking it right. And I say optional, add a variation with peanut butter, tequila. You see? Style. Some of you guys know what is tequila. Yeah. And then suggest what to save with it. So I gave it to ChatGPT. This is what ChatGPT did. Start talking to me, and he's thinking. Because it's like too many things. All right, here's a step, blah, 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 blah. Sudanese bamia, okra, blah. Ingredients. So he started listing for me some proteins, okra, all these kind of spices things. You see, and then he gave me a full version. I'm not sure because maybe I'm running low of my free version. So it will give you a step, even it talks about 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper. That's how details it goes. And now that I will take this knowledge and I will try to understand, and then I will get there. But before I didn't know. You see? So I'm just giving you the power of ChatGPT. This is an AI tool. And this one, you can use it in your day-to-day work, by the way. Financial insurance. You're talking about reminding members for unity and all this. You can tell ChatGPT, give me a plan for how I can begin to engage my members with ESSCA. I did a conference recently in Edmonton for the Greater EA community in Canada. It started 6 months ago. I made a timetable of how to make a conference. I don't know what is needed. So I put down and say, can you give me a timeline for 12 weeks or 6 months? The plan, what do I need to do? 1, 2, 3 for a conference. Then it gave me everything. Number one is sit down, come up with a conference theme. You see, the obvious thing. So all I'm saying to you, work smart, don't work hard. Be smart in how you do things. Because then you really about it, someone it does how. Like the giving like in house school. In this part of this world, this is after our own. This is really the response. It's not mal, yeah, I think the word will be yes, these are traditions and values that makes who we are. But if you want to survive in this part of the universe and be a part of the system and get onto the wagon of AI because it's right for you, this is the future, and you are part of it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So with that being said, I would really like to thank everyone. I've been sharing this with you so that as you see the samples that you can do things, and everything you see here, you can do it there. You can even go, I will not do it, but it will take time. I went online and I gave the specification of my wife. I want a picture of my wife. So I say she's tall, dark, brown eyes. Yeah. So I get the specification and say, give me the picture. And there was my wife. But what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that you have the power to do things. And you can do everything and then you can customize it. There are some things that are impossible, yes, but don't be afraid. Jump on the water. Okay? With that being said, I want to thank everybody, and I will have to pass it back to the moderator. And I really appreciate your patience, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. John Wani, for such a great information. And I think I learned a little bit more. Yeah, so with that, I wanted to see, I can take a couple of questions. If anybody has questions for Dr. John. Good. All right.
First, I want to say thank you to Dr. Robena for the wealth of information that you have given us. My questions is about privacy. Specifically, when you talked about two apps, Siri and Alexa. Do you know that those two apps are actively listening to you 24/7? Like any conversation that you have at home, they're listening to you. I will give you one example. For example, if you're talking with your wife, oh, you know what? This fridge is old. Let's get a new one. The next minute you open your phone, you want to browse, you're going to see advertisement about the fridge. So it's really scary when it comes to privacy. So that's what I want to ask about.
Another question?
Thank you, Dr. Rabena, for sharing your knowledge and skill. My name is Anthony. You talk about the positive sides of AI in terms of day-to-day life. But what are the negative sides of the AI, for instance, so that we will not be a victim of this technology? I'll give an example for that, because people are using digital voice for sending messages. It sounds like mine, but in the real sense, it's not mine. And then it creates chaos, but damage is always happening. So how can we be prevented from all this stuff, all the fake messages?
Any more questions?
I just want to ask you about the Malabamia you cook. Why did it taste exactly like that? I don't know what it is because
And just giving just a comment. Thank you very much. Because most of people don't know what anyone can do, what anyone can do. So you open most of our eyes, and now it's motivating. And it's true. To whatever you must know about this A1, because it will all everybody, young children and all adults, is very good. It saves time, it's very efficient. But I'm also asking similar to what Brother Anthony did. There was a story that uh, people in national security in Cuba used A1 to create yes, yeah, AI, sorry, use AI, yes, use AI, yes, use AI to create voices to sound like the amateur is speaking to people in Nasser, the White Army. They recorded it and gave it to police to listen, and he was convinced and ordered his arrest. So, how can this be prevented? To use it the wrong way.
One last, maybe, can I answer those? And then we'll give the two, so I don't forget. Yeah, thank you everyone for these questions. I will start with the one of Martin here. He talks about Siri and Alaska in the house. I have Alaska. Oh, Alexa, sorry, not Alexa. So Alexa, I program her. I program her. I program her in a way that I want what Alexa to do. So Alexa cannot do anything outside what I didn't give us an instruction. That is the power of saying we are the creator and they are just the tool. But they help us with some things day to day. Instead of me going to the computer and checking the temperature today, I can just ask Alexa. So these are kind of the things. So you're right. There is concern about how much information is taken and made online with these kinds of tools. This is not something native to AI. This is in the whole field of being online. Anything we talk about privacy and security, and my brother Joseph is going to talk about this later, and some of the things that you guys asked in details. But we have to be behaving when we are online. Cautious, be careful. Anything you share, if it is sensitive, and in this part of the world, there are things when they say sensitive, like for example, your personal information like names, date of birth, all this. These are sensitive information. Be careful when you interact with these tools. We have to control our behavior online. It's just like any other thing in life. So that, I will just leave it at this. For Martin, for my brother, Anthony, yes, there are, just like anything in the world, there's advantage and disadvantage. AI is not acceptable. How can we deal with that? There are things that AI can do today, even it can scare me in the future. But for ordinary person who doesn't know the details behind it, all I would advise you, if you don't know something, or you're afraid of doing something, ask. Ask people, experts. Be careful. Be cautious. That is the number one security you can do. It doesn't matter. The number one security is us, how we behave online. You see? So with AI, some of the things that AI can do, just like what you guys are saying, can make a voice of John Rivera. How do we use it? How do we categorize that? Is it a bad thing or a good thing? It can be a bad thing because it's mimicking you and causing damage. It can be a good thing for the security they can pretend to get information from you, and then it will benefit for them. For them, it's positive. You see? So it's a very, very fine line sometimes. But with that being said, the only thing I can advise is our behavior online. Be cautious. If you don't know something, don't do it. Ask. But at the same time, I say don't be afraid, because when you ask, you learn, and you become more aware. So that, and last one of the bamia, yes, it tastes really good. And the only reason is because I went to YouTube and I saw a little bit of tip too. And it was at least for me, and they didn't complain. Maybe they went home and say, this guy cooked terrible. I don't know.
I will go to the back there and then I'll come back to you.
Hi, my name is Noka. My question to Dr. Rubena is about the potential of AI in terms of having those robots that will help us cook, clean, and do all those things. And is that something that you in that industry anticipate to be happening before our time? My question is the potential of AI robots that would come and help us cook and clean and do all those things. Is there a potential of this happening in our time? The other question is, it's true, AI has advantages and disadvantages, and there's also that myth of AI losing jobs. But Anna can work for Walmart, there are more machines there than humans. Anna can work for dollar store, there are more machines than humans. And I actually we feel like I got much of the nasty. To store and everything, and my own things. And we know as immigrant in the Arabic, that bishop will not come. As the AI did a guam, you anticipate problem then? Thank you.
I have a question too. My name is Abalo, and thanks for your presentation. That was really good. So my question is, how can we empower our women, Equatorian women, especially those who are non-technical, and remove that fear of IT?
Yes, also here.
Thank you, John, for a brilliant presentation. As you're talking, as you said, for example, if you want to create a business, enter information, and then you get a template of what you could do. So my question is, what is the impact of AI in the society?
All right, thank you. I think this will be the last bunch of questions. I don't want to take all the time. To my sister, robotics. AI is heavily involved in that, in industries that are very advanced. Here in Canada, we do have the retail stores actually implementing them in one way. They may not be robot. In Edmonton today, there's a Chinese restaurant, actually a waiter machine comes, okay, with the food ready. You just have to give the order, right? So if you remember, I talked about repetitive work. AI is designed to handle the routine, the continuous routine, so that you, as a human being, you utilize your ability and knowledge to creativity, to things you can benefit from, or you can do it better that AI cannot do. Today, AI cannot handle emotions very well, that's right? So you focus your energy on the things that a human being can do better. You see, leave the repetitive work for AI. Now, those working in Walmart or Staples or anywhere, yes, you will find that some of the things AI takes charge of it because they don't want you to do. And also for the business, it cuts down the cost. You see, the workforce cost. So that is why I insisted. I said, you don't need to be an expert, but get on AI. AI is here, it's real. Come on board, learn a two thing. Maybe the shop with our one time you will be somebody who is doing scheduling. They will take you out of the counter. Now you will be, because you have AI knowledge, you will be there doing it very fast. If you don't, somebody will take your job. Because you're not used to it, right? Because we are doing it, and this is exactly what is going on. Now, to my sister, women, how do we make women a part of this journey? Women, and I give this to you, you guys have brains that you have not yet explored to the maximum potential compared to men. You can do great things. First of all, by nature, you are multitasking people. You can do more than one thing at the same time. So for us in ESSCA, let us begin with the simplest thing. Today, let us help our women to understand or engage in activities like workshops that can give them an idea of what they want to do in a certain area. And then do a lot of workshops like this of information to bring them aboard. Because one of the things with women, and I'm not an expert in women, but if they choose to do something, they do it to the best. They don't do it half-assed. You see? So this is a resource in our community we can use to make us grow. So all I'm saying is knowledge, workshop. ESSCA can begin to think. And I don't want to discourage you from conference. Conference is good, but maybe happening once in a while. But now that you have a lot of information you can get from the conference, start making workshops virtually. You don't have to be in one place. Take one, say today or this day, we are talking about women empowerment. Call a workshop, discuss about it. We are talking about AI. And if I have a chance next time, I would also like to share, because there's a very important topic about AI and privacy that is coming around. So these are things that we can utilize to help our women grow. But all of us are a part of this thing. All right. And I think, Chairman, you asked me a question. I'm just trying to remember exactly what you said. Okay.
It seems like AI is relevant in literate society. We work well in literate society.
Illiterate society. I'm not an expert to what level to engage illiterate society in AI. But I mentioned in my presentation, I say AI is an opportunity for everyone, regardless you're literate or illiterate. All you need is three things: curiosity, creativity, willingness to learn. That's all. You see, if you have this mindset, even though you're illiterate, you will come on board to some level. But the reality, AI is here. You need to jump on it. Otherwise, you will be left out. So that is the only answer I can give you. But it is very important. Knowledge is power. Even an illiterate individual, knowledge is power for them, if they are given the right way, the right time. So with that being said, I really appreciate your time, and I thank you very much for all the questions and the interactions. And hopefully, some of the knowledge, not only this AI thing, but all this knowledge we get from here, please take a piece of it, apply it in your life, and see, it will make a difference. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you again for that amazing information. I'm sure that we all have learned a lot, and there's still a lot to learn, but I think the foundation is in place now. So now what we need to do is to be able to apply it. All right? So I'll turn that back over to the MC. And,
All right. Thank you, Maritiu. Thank you, Dr. Wani. We're gonna have one more speaker just before we go for lunch. And I'm just gonna call up Auntie Antilia to introduce him. His name is Richard Ayiwa.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Sorry guys, but we're just gonna have one speaker, as the Bible just said, and then go for lunch. And as big a taban, as they're reading with the Quran, as they're sort of moyat. But it's an honor to have Richard Aini here with us in Regina in Canada. He came all the way from UK and heard about the Equatorial Conference, and he took some time to be here with us today. So I am just going to talk a little bit about Richard. And before I say that, I want to say I know Richard a long time ago in Egypt. And actually, this guy hooked me up with Equatorial. Since then, I was not the same. I was a community person. I wanted to know that your seed has grown, not just me, but a lot of people. And like you hear, this is a group in the Equatorial community for Egypt. It was very strong. We help people. He sent us to take some worship work and education. And guys, this is my ID with Egypt. I was representing women. I kept it until today. I was the woman head. And this is also one of my certificates. I'm just happy I did it here. This is my certificate, my UN, my NASTA UN, or Rasul course. So this is one of my certificates from Egypt. Man, you're here today. So remember always to put a good seed, it will grow. You never know. You never know. And I'm so thankful that you introduced me to the Equatoria. Your words are still in my heart, in my mind. And we're here, we stick together as Equatorians. I'm just going to give you a little bit of his bio. Dr. Aine Nigo is a, may not say this word right, Nigo, is a Takakwae. Is a lecturer at the School of Applied Management at Westminster Business School. He has also held a positions as assistant professor at the School of Social and Economic Studies and as the dean of the School of Business and Management at the University of Juba in South Sudan. Besides his academic roles, Dr. Nigo consults for the UN on resilience building, materials, response, health, nutrition, research, and innovation. He advises the board of SPEDP and services at the business and policy review expert for the Bank of South Sudan. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Nigo played a crucial role in the financing the healthcare. I have to say this right, because sometimes when you read, you can. Dr. Nigo played a crucial role in financing the healthcare sector in South Sudan, contributing significantly to communities' success. Dr. Nigo is a fellow of the Higher Education Academic. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give him his hand and welcome him?
Okay, thank you, KG, for the wonderful introduction. Now, I'm not going to take a lot of your time because I know we have kept you here for long. I came to Canada for a specific work. We have something called health financing to do with the the health financing to do with the climate change policy which we are involving the Canadian government. So I was in Vancouver for the last 1 week, and while I was there, I met the communities there, and they told me there's ESSCA taking place here. But really, the person who brought me here is KG and Lati, who are seated here. We have worked with them for a long time. Now, just not to keep you for long, first of all, I want to thank the community here. Equatoria is my passion. I've been working throughout with my people all over the world. Recently, we had some work in Uganda. We've also had some work in Nairobi, and then we are moving the policy advocates here. Now, what I really wanted to present here is to do with something called how ESSCA, the Equatorial community in diaspora here in Canada, can lead the way home. That is really what I wanted to present here, but I'm not going to talk about it. I will just give you the synopsis of what really I wanted to present, and also ask if we can create a kind of a working relationship between ESSCA here and what we do back home. So I've written a policy, not a policy, but at least my opinion in terms of ESSCA here in Canada and how we can move forward. So the issues that I wanted really to raise about ESSCA here are as follows. The first thing that I really want you to look at is how the diaspora experience here in Canada, how do we overcome the hardships in a new land here in Canada? We know that we are South Sudanese, but we are already having our new land here. What are the hardships that we are having here, and what experience can we use to harness the opportunities that we have here and use those ones as a vehicle to take the experiences, the leverages that we have back home in South Sudan? Because that is the basis of the issues here. The second thing that I wanted you as ESSCA, especially the leadership here in ESSCA, to pick up is leveraging the diaspora power for a prosperous homeland. Now, South Sudan is our place. We talk about, we talk about Equatorial, we talk about all these things. But as constituencies and individuals that we have here, we are a formation of our individual tribes. But the idea of Equatorial is our political identity. We forged that because of the experiences that we have. So I want us to use that as a leverage within the diaspora and pick up those prosperities that we have and take them back home. Because that is where our roots are. If we cannot do that, then I think we are going to fail. The third thing that I wanted to ask is, and the reason why I've come here, is that following what we do, I need the leadership of ESSCA to do the following. I've gone through the objectives and the missions and the activities that we do here. But I think for us to anchor and have a program, something that we call action plan, a roadmap for us to do, I want ESSCA to put within its program something that I've put here in quotation called settlement and well-being. If you can create for me that department within the ESSCA community and the ESSCA program, so that the settlement and well-being becomes a department, I will work with that department and we can fund it. Now, why do you want that department? That department should be something that should look and work aggressively within the Canadian government so that we are able to bridge the differences between our experiences here, the wealth and the resources that you have here, and how we can transfer that home. But how do we do that? We do that by, first of all, making sure that all our communities here in Canada, and especially in the US and here, are strong. It means our children are happy, our families are happy, and once we are able to achieve this through this department, then we can use that to help our people home. How do we do that? We can create what I call here teleclinics. You see, we can organize, say, I saw Moses was here. Where's Moses? Yes, Moses was there, an expert in engineering. So we can harness things to do with, say, energy, solar panels, whatever it is. So we can do that back home. So we can work with that department. We could do telemedicine. So organize some of our communities here with the doctors that we know and the Canadian government to do a kind of visit to Juba or to the refugee camps. We can pay that and sponsor that so that at least they're able to take care of our women, our children, those who have eye problems and so forth. You do teleclinics. You can go there and do something like 1 or 2 weeks, and then we can start there. So then we do small operations. Those who have some small operations, we can do that, and then we can move it that way. We can also do something. I know in Canada you have a program for children that can go online. It's called Rachel. Do you know that? Yeah. So we could package this thing using the AI or the technologies that we have here. Package those things, and we say we can assist the teachers in back home. So we can package these things into these small gadgets that do not need internet. So we take to the schools and distribute to the schools and said, okay, this is the program for primary school, this is the program for secondary school, this is a program for teachers. Without internet, they can use that. So those are some of the things that I think if you create this department, which I call here well-being, then we can coordinate and be able to use the abilities and the experiences of the people here in Canada, and especially through ESSCA, to what I call here lead the way home. Now, finally, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity here. I know I should have spoken a lot, but I just wanted to give you the time. I'm happy to be here. I'll be traveling back today. Tomorrow I'm going back to Amsterdam. I have some work to do there. But if you need my contacts, I'm going to leave them here. Please, let's engage. I think I'm going to leave you there, and thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Yeah, now we're gonna go for lunch. It's gonna be for an hour, okay, so we should be back here at 2:45. Okay, so we should be back here at 2:45. Then we'll resume. But yeah, I think lunch is gonna be outside, and yeah, you guys can go outside. I'm guessing you can